Today we got our first impressions on the Nike LeBron 20. Not bad, let's go.
I got blessings falling on me.
What's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we are checking out the LeBron 20. We're gonna be doing some on-court movements, just kind of seeing how they play on the court, just for getting an initial response. But as you can see, yeah, we do got the, I think it's the Violet Frost Nike LeBron 20 that we're checking out today. I'm not gonna lie, from the jump, this seems like a really, really nice shoe. I mean, you come in close here, you kind of got the XX on that eyelet. I think that stands for the 2 Roman numerals for LeBron 20. It shows up on the tongue there too. So, I mean, this is a really clean looking shoe. I love this model.
What's the retail on these?
Yeah, so these are gonna be the same retail price as the LeBron 19s at $200. It is like the most expensive shoe line that Nike has, is the LeBron shoe line. So he's on his 20th model though. You kind of expect that a little bit, but I mean, definitely a really cool looking shoe. I like them. So this shoe is actually really cool because it comes with a card that has like all the different cushioning features that they use in this model. But before we get into that, really quick, I'm gonna bring you down to the socks that you see what we're working with. Chase, what socks we got today?
We got on today the Sunset.
That's what they're called, the Sunset. As always, guys, these are numbered to 25. You get a better shot of that right in here on this ankle. I got number 1 of 25, of course, because we'll just leave that. But I mean, really clean looking socks. I love these. They go good with the bottom half. The shirt doesn't really match, but I just wanted to go with it today. But I mean, this is a really cool LeBron 20 model. We were talking about it, it doesn't look anything like a LeBron shoe.
Not at all.
Not at all. Like the LeBron 19, I thought the LeBron 18 wasn't like super LeBron-ish for his line, but these look like a whole different line.
Almost
like,
closer to GT cuts.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like LeBron 19s and the 18s and the 17s, so a lot of the times they play off of each other a little bit. They kind of like, you know, keep some things, they'll make like different adjustments, but this is just a whole like just different looking model.
But overall, how do they feel when you're like walking?
Cushioning is always one of the best parts about LeBron's shoe. I'm about to show you guys this card here in a second too, whenever I get you up here, but I mean, cushion's always a strong point in LeBron's line. I'll be interested a little bit more whenever I check out the traction when we do these on-court shots. But if you look at this card, if I bring you in here, it just tells you all the different features that you got being used in the shoe. A lot of times you'll see it used on the actual model. Not many shoes actually give you something like this. You got Cushlon, Air Zoom, midfoot shank, guardrail, like all kinds of just different stuff. I think that's a really cool feature that they put in this. This just came in the box, but it looks like it's on like some type of, what do you call it? Like a 52 card set. It just looks like the back of it has something like that. But here, I'll get you over here to the side now. We'll kind of do a light jog before we start to get on the court here. I mean, it shows you right there, all the cushioning's in there. All the cushioning's in there. Yep.
You can feel it?
I concur. I concur. Let's get on the court. All right, so before we move around on the court, I will get this out there. The cast is off, we're making progress. Still about probably 4 to 5 weeks, so I'm gonna try and keep it mostly in my left hand today. But during our first impressions video, I always like to take some extra time to throw in there. If there's anything you wanna see on our channel, any recommendations you have, just feel free to throw them down in the chat. I mean, we're not gonna always be able to do them, but we take any new recommendations and we try and put them in whenever we can. And we just like to interact with you guys. So let me know what you're thinking about the LeBron 20 so far. But now we'll go ahead and bring it out here to the court, kind of see how they feel. So I mean, I'm trying to remember what was in there. I think it said Air Zoom. Look at this, I can dribble my right hand again. I think it said Air Zoom is something that's definitely in this shoe. I think there's some Cushlon, and I told you, LeBron 20s, they always feel good for cushioning. I feel especially good in the heel right now. I feel like the heel's definitely got a little bit, more, dang, how did I miss that? A little bit more cushion than other shoes that I've been playing in recently. I've been mostly testing out budget-friendly models, but these feel really nice. The materials is $200 shoe. You got a $200 shoe here, so you should expect some pretty nice materials because of that. All right, I might start shooting right-handed, but it's like more of a knit to the upper, so it's gonna be, I think that's gonna help keep these lightweight. This is a low top model. Most LeBrons are gonna release in more of like a mid to high top design. So that's something that's a little bit different. Material is still, I mean, I feel like there's a little movement there. It's a little LeBron 18-ish. And you remember that shoe. I rolled my ankle right there on that spot, on this court, in that shoe review. So I'll be curious to see how they feel. I don't feel super stable in that back heel, I'm not gonna lie. It's not slipping up, but I feel the material moving just a little bit. Huh, interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love that. But I will end this on a make. All right, we'll end this section off talking about the traction of the shoe right there. I always like to do that. That's funny. I can't get my leg up that high. So for the pattern on these, it's going to be a little bit more random. And LeBron's shoe, actually, you can see that it actually comes up the side a little bit. I can't lift for that long. The pattern comes up the side. That's just going to make it more durable. It bleeds onto the midsole. Huh. That's interesting. That's really cool. So it bleeds onto the midsole. That's just going to give you traction if you're dragging your foot, anything like that. A little bit more durable for the shoe, and it gives you grip there. Traction always struggles in LeBron's line. These feel good.
Really?
These feel good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and I mean, it feels like it's a pretty durable rubber. I do feel like it's a durable rubber. Fall in. Look at that bounce. That's funny.
But overall, how's the sizing compare? Are these true to size?
So you get about half a thumb's width. It's not a lot of room left over, honestly.
Should you run small if you're gonna be?
I'd
really,
say
like,
they do feel a
driving?
little bit snug though. That's what I'm gonna say. Actually, I think I noticed that from the second I put these on. They feel a little bit snug.
Like
so,
narrow?
Huh?
Narrow wise, or
not necessarily narrow, just like the shoe as a whole. It doesn't feel so. I mean, I feel like it's true to size for me. But if you like more room to move around in and stuff like that, I would definitely go a half size up because it's not like a lot of leftover room to move around. But the traction does feel like it's gonna be really good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with how that feels because that's always a spot that, well, I shot that right-handed. That's a bad idea. That's always a spot that like LeBron's line is a little bit questionable. We put our misses in too. We're not like other people. We put misses in. I don't miss much with the right hand, but that left hand, it's got a mind of its own. I'm a fan of the traction though. That's gonna wrap up our review, our first impressions, I should say, on the Nike LeBron 20 model. There are some things about this shoe that I'm really shocked by this shoe. I'll just say that. Like, the cushioning is always good. I really do like that little card they gave you that I showed you though, really cool. And the cushioning is always gonna be a super strong point in LeBron's line. They always make his line super soft. Traction is a spot that I'm excited about for this year. Support has got some LeBron 18 vibes. I could be wrong, but it's like soft all the way around. I don't feel like a super secure heel counter back here. I already told you there's not really much going on up here. This feels like there's like an interlacing setup right here that maybe has something going on the inside. I didn't feel a whole lot of protection in that spot. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only section I'm worried about though. Like,
so Landon, the real question that everyone's asking.
What's that?
Is it worth the $200?
Is it worth the $200? There's some spots on here where it definitely is. I mean, it's a high quality model. Like, it doesn't feel cheap, the whole like upper. So you know that they're gonna put nice stuff into the materials. The cushioning plays like it could be a $200 shoe. It's not as like bouncy in the forefoot as we've been seeing a bunch of Nike models come out with that, like the GT Jump, the Cosmic Unity, the Kyrie 8, or KD 15 even, have been really loaded in that forefoot. This feels a little bit more balanced. If anything, more cushioning in the heel, and the traction feels like it's gonna be the best on a LeBron shoe in a while. That can all push it towards 200 bucks, but I mean, we'll just have to wait. Our full shoe review, whenever we break down the materials, all the tech specs and stuff like that, that'll come out in about a week or two, so be looking for that. But as for now, that's gonna wrap up our first impressions. Until next time, I'm Landon from Shoewear. Peace.